Hi there, welcome back to Mom Talk. Thank you for joining me for another video. We're batch cooking again today because this is one of the things we do to get ready for the week. So come alongside. I got a lot of delicious meals. I got good reviews for my children. So let's get started. I got a lot of chicken thighs, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start with those. I was so blessed with a bunch of them. So I'm gonna just go ahead and wash them, rinse them in water and cold water and vinegar. And once I'm done that, I'm just gonna chop them. I am going to try a Mexican recipe that for my children because we like. Well, I guess because it was on my mind because we had Mexican food on Sunday, so I was like, oh yeah, let me just include Mexican in my recipe. So yeah, I'm chopping the chicken little small bites. I think I would have preferred to do even them smaller, but that works out. I did them for bigger ones. For my little ones, I'll cut them smaller than that. Yeah, just gonna cut this up really small and get all my seasoning ready. I like my day of batch cooking because literally sets me up for the week. I might not get all the meals cooked, but having some just really makes the whole week go smoother because you know everybody's gonna want to eat at some point. So just getting ahead and getting some of that done, just putting a few hours aside to get this done really is a tremendous blessing for me. Last week with guests around was so helpful. So here I've chopped, it looks like a lot of meat. Again, we're a family of 8, and I have a bunch of teenagers. So this is not gonna last really that long. So here we go. That's a huge pot that I have of meat. I'm throwing in some spices, your cumin right here, some cayenne pepper, oregano, some salt, black pepper, just and what did I forget? Paprika. Yes, of course, paprika. Just gonna season it a little bit, just mix it up and let it sit a few minutes while I get the rest of the stuff ready. I do go on and use my hands because it's a lot of them just to make sure that everything gets coated very well. I do get, when I batch cook, I get a couple of my girls, some of the children wanting to help, so it gives me time with them in the kitchen, but also it helps get things going quicker so they can help with some prep work so we can be done faster. So this did not take me as long as you would expect. I think we were done all the meals within, I would want to say 2.5, 3 hours maximum. It was all done because everybody's one person is chopping while the other one is going. So these are mushrooms. I got a lot of mushrooms and I wanted to use that. You guys know I always look around what I have and use it up because I hate wasting. So there's a bunch of mushrooms, both white ones and the dark ones. And so here we go, some coconut oil. While the vegetables are being cut on one end, I am going ahead and getting my meats ready, sauteed. We're just gonna saute the meat. Look at that color, it looks so good. Actually really smells amazing. I wish you could smell it. But here we go, we're just gonna saute this, just get it nicely and cooked. It's a lot of them, so it's gonna take me multiple times to do this. But while I do that, mushrooms are being cut, and some more vegetables are being washed. I have the oven going on, so again, it's a family affair, but right now the oven is going on, and some of my children are getting parchment paper lined over the cookie sheets so that everything can be done fast and quickly. And just turning the meats, we get both sides nicely browned on there, and then just I'm gonna cover it up and let it simmer and cook really well so that chicken can cook thoroughly before adding in the rest of the stuff. So here you go, still turning. I'm just gonna put a lid on this, let it cook slowly and simmer. Got some broccoli washed and my little girl's helping me with this. So I'm just gonna lay them on parchment paper and I'm gonna bake my veggies this time. So some broccoli and the mushrooms is what I had. So I'm just gonna use all that. She likes to get in there and help her, man. I can't keep her out of the kitchen. If she's not helping me in the kitchen cooking real meals, she's actually playing in her pretend kitchen. So, but she wants to be in here and doing this. So here we go, we're gonna put them on. That I like the colors together, and they actually really looks appetizing to me. So I'm gonna drizzle some coconut oil that I have and some salt, and then add some nutrition yeast is what gives it this amazing delicious flavor. Definitely recommend that. So here we go, here comes my helper. It takes a little longer when you cook to children, but that's how they learn. So I've learned to be patient in the kitchen and teach them, and now my biggies are amazing cooks because we started here. We started just like her age and just being patient, thinking, well, I could do it faster, but they would never learn. So, and sometimes you have to redo it. But here we go. That's how you teach. Whether they're young or older, they're eventually going to start slow. So I like this time together. She would not be denied of this. So we're going ahead and mixing with our hands, throwing that nutrition yeast that makes a huge difference. And then it's going to head to the oven at 350 for, I'm assuming, about 20 minutes. Nice and cooked through, and it was just honestly delicious. And these vegetables are gonna be some of my sides to go with the meat that I'm cooking later. I'm cooking some meat to go with it, so during the week, and this will probably be 2 servings for us, for our family, and so that'll be amazing dessert sides to go with our food. I could throw in together with rice and meat, or potatoes and meat, and these were delicious. Off they go to the oven. Look at my helpers, and she's doing amazing. Thank you. Now that these are in the oven, it's time to get back to our chicken on the stove. Turn it around. It's turning to brown a little bit. Make sure it doesn't get burnt on us. It's that thing of juggling different meals. You have to remember not to burn it. So thankfully got here just in time. That is done. So I'm transferring it to a big dish, another dish, so that I can free up the pan to do more of the chicken, because you guys noticed that I had a lot of chicken in that pot. So they're all gonna go through the same process, so I could put fresh ones. While the other meat is on the stove, it's time to chop up some vegetables. Here's some onions that I'm gonna go in the meal, and some bell pepper. I only found 1 bell pepper. My children love to eat bell pepper, so all my other bell peppers had been eaten raw. So that's okay. This is gonna work. And so we'll chop this up. Now next, time to go cook more chicken again, because I think I had to do 3 times. Put more chicken on the pot to cook more, to saute again and brown just like the other one. Meanwhile, time to make some sourdough bread loaf for me to just I'm gonna get it ready to sit and for a few hours, and then we'll get back to we'll bake that later on, because this is what as our latest thing, baking sourdough. Yum. The vegetables are ready and they look so good. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I made this way. Yum. Look at those colors. Love it. I do like my vegetables, so don't mind me if I'm watering over here just watching this. Delicious. So these are gonna be a delicious treat side for the meals this week. And if you or your children don't like vegetables or broccoli, try baking them with a little bit of nutrition yeast. Honestly, I think it just makes them so delicious that even some of my children who are hesitant to this kind of vegetables, they were willing to try them, and I didn't hear any negative comments. So try this if you're having a hard time at home. Maybe just a little extra butter too with it, but the nutrition yeast is like a cheesy kind of taste, but yet so good and healthy for you too. So yum. All right, next, back to that chicken before it burns. We want to make sure none of it burns. Transferring, I think that this is one of the I have one more pan on the other side, and then we'll be done with the chicken. So now using the same pan, let's just saute that onion and the bell pepper that I had ready, and just a little bit of coconut oil. I'm gonna add in some black beans here to make that Mexican dish. Some more spices, a little bit more black beans, because I'm cooking for a lot of people. And then just some rice. I usually have brown rice on hand. I honestly didn't have any, ran out, but I still had a lot of white rice, so I'm using that. You could use whatever kind of rice you like. So that's what I'm using today, and I'm gonna add the same spices I used earlier to the dish, just to make sure it carries through the whole meal. And and then just a little bit more water, and just mix it up together and let it simmer for a while. And this turned out, we've got this, each pan will make at least a meal and a half, so about 3 dinners for us together. So that's 3 nights that I covered, and then I have other meals that I'm cooking. So I'm wanting to get all my dinners prepped ahead time, so we are on to a good start. Yay! Yeah, don't forget the tomatoes. I had a lot of fresh tomatoes, so I'm gonna opt out to using fresh tomatoes instead of canned tomatoes, just because I didn't want mine to go bad. So, but this turned out still perfectly fine. I don't like my food a lot of hot spicy, neither do my children, so my canned pepper was very little. You could barely taste it, but I can see how those who like spicy hot, this would be a perfect meal for that. Look at that, it's coming together well. Don't you love those colors? I'm just gonna cover, and yes, I do use my pizza pan to cover, because all my glass covers for these pans have been broken by children. So here you go. I just threw the chicken on top, but when we go to heat it up for eating, I'll mix it all up really well. But there you go, beautifully done. And that's 3 dinners for us as a family. Now moving on, I have this beautiful lamb meat that has already been seasoned with rosemary. So I'm gonna go ahead and brown this on top of the pan, just to get that brown searing on, and then throw them in the oven to finish cooking thoroughly. I'm so glad. This was such a help. So I got so blessed with them for free, and I was like, Lord, thank you. Because my children and I were happy. We're so grateful. Oh God, isn't God so good that I got all this for free? Goodness to God, you're just amazing. I was just so overwhelmed, but this turned out well. And my children, we already had a one meal dinner with them. That's the first thing they wanted to start with, because why wouldn't you? Look how good these look. Delicious. So I'm just gonna put on the pan there, add a little bit of liquid just to keep it from burning, and let it cook in the oven for a while until the whole meat is thoroughly cooked. I like my meat well done. And so yeah, oh my goodness. And then these are gonna go great with the vegetable sides. And I have other vegetables that I'm cooking corn, so it's gonna go the sides well, and then I can throw sweet potatoes that I have in the oven, or potatoes, or even rice. Delicious. And off they go to the oven, and that's the remainder of my dinner prep. So this is gonna give me nearly 7 meals together, because some of my children cannot fit an entire lamb right there. My little ones are gonna need to one piece will serve 2 of them. So it's gonna still be a lot of meat to have, and I just need sides. And I do have spring mix in the oven for salads to go aside. So all I have to do is put on a thing of rice, or potatoes, and we're good to go. Hey, now next is to make some guacamole, because I have a lot of avocados that I got blessed with, so I don't want them to go bad. I'm just gonna go ahead, and so my children, most of them, they're eating them just like that on toast, but I wanted to make sure I went ahead and used them to make guacamole so they didn't go bad. So just chopping them up quickly, and then slicing them up a little bit, and then just gonna spoon them into the dish, my glass dish, and then just slice. I told you about these tomatoes that I still have in the fridge, just doing 2 things at the same time that I don't want them to go bad too. I am just gonna slice those 2 together, throw them together with those avocado. I got some lime juice. I don't have fresh one, but that's gonna work. Lemon juice. So look at my daughter, she's like, I don't want to touch tomatoes. She wanted to help until she felt how wet that is, so she's like, no. But anyways, we're gonna throw that in, add some salt, some lemon juice, and voila, that is ready to go. They can throw that on the toast, and it's delicious. What is your favorite way to eat guacamole? Is it with chips, with toast, or is there something else you prefer to dip in, or would you just throw it in your salad? Next, we're just gonna boil some corn, because again, I also have a few corn that I'm gonna that I needed cooking. So we're just gonna boil this. This is easy. Cut them in half, and that's another sides that is gonna be able to go with the meals, the meat that I cooked. And all with lunches, because I was doing turkey sandwiches for lunches, and here I'm doing the remainder of vegetables and need to go in the oven. So you can see I'm going to end up with quite a bit of vegetables that are also going to serve well as sides for the week. And I think I got most of my dinners ready. All my lunches, I got blessed with amazing turkey meat, healthy turkey meat sandwich meats that we're gonna use. We're gonna make some bread, although I had some croissants, so we finished up that first. And so those will be lunches, turkey sandwiches with either corn or raw carrots that I have, and then fruits. I got some mangoes, and I got oranges that are gonna go for that for lunches. So I think all my meals are set. Breakfast, we're probably just gonna do oatmeal because my children like oatmeal too, and it's easy breakfast that is good to go. I'm not doing granola this week, just breakfast, just oatmeal, cooked oatmeal. They throw fruits over, and they just cinnamon and honey, and easy, great to go. So I'm excited to start this week this way because it makes things much easier. Thank you so much for watching my whole entire video. The meals were delicious. I hope it inspired you to do the same things, and I'm here. I'm trying to do this every week, and so if you found them helpful, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, share with friends, and until next time, bye bye.